Welcome back. On this segment of the show, we're going to be talking about the economy. Of course, the economy is on everybody's mind nowadays, but I have a special guest, Cal Morris, and he is the Vice Chairman for the SCORE, which is Counselors to America's Small Business for the Tulsa chapter. And what he does is he helps small businesses. So we're going to talk today about how the economy is affecting small businesses. So welcome, Cal.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here. Okay, first of all, tell us what SCORE is.
SCORE organization, of which we're a chapter here in Tulsa. It's a large organization. They started back in 1964 and have grown to 13,000 members, volunteers, and 360 plus chapters across the country. The mission for SCORE is to help small businesses, existing small businesses that are having problems or would just like to grow, and also startups. That was the main focal point of SCORE in the early days. The startup process works. We help them with business planning and financing, just help them really do a reality check on what it's going to take to start a new business and what they're going to have to put into it to get it going.
Now, a few years back, I was a small business owner, and I know how difficult it is. I can imagine having one right now in this economy, but I know that all the work that goes into it. So can you tell us a little bit, how do you help small businesses get started? Do you help them with the business plan? And I know you mentioned the financial state of it, but what about the business plan? Because that's a big part of it.
That's really the focal point of our counseling mentoring process. In Tulsa here, we have 35 counselors. These are a makeup of existing working counselors that have business experience in certain areas that help the counseling process, and retired counselors that have been business executives for many of our large corporations here in Tulsa, medium-sized businesses, and business owners that have a history of business problems, solving them for their own businesses, and are now retired. And these gentlemen, ladies both, are willing to give back to the community. They take a portion of their time and their skills from the experience that they have and help these small businesses overcome many problems they're struggling with. They've also experienced in their past business management process. They know by going through it once or twice what may be some shortcuts or some checkpoints to make sure they don't make the same mistakes that they made in their past career. So it's a mentoring process where these counselors are available to the prospective businesses in our offices. We're located at 907 South Detroit in the Sun Building. And hourly appointments are available from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. Usually they start by just giving us a call and talking about whether they're working with small business problems or starting their own business, and we take it from there.
So if someone's starting a new business, or if they have a new business or they're getting ready to start one, is what you're saying, you can help these people. So they give you a call and they say, like, well, can I make an appointment?
Yes.
And then you come in. And
as you mentioned, we always start with the business planning process. We have an excellent website that gives them a template for the business planning process. Not only evaluating their marketing strategies, sales strategies, the structure of the business, location, but we have templates on there with the formulas already in them to help them go through the finance process, income statements, cash flow analysis. And any business that is going to want to work with a bank on financing really has a requirement of needing to take this business plan in with them. So let me clarify, we don't do the work for them, but we do mentor them and offer these resource materials and outlines that they can then put together themselves, bring it back, discuss with our counselors, and we polish it, prepare them for meeting with the banks, and question them on issues that they're facing and how they might be attempting to resolve the problems.
Now, back to the economy, because I know that's what we're talking about today.
Yes.
Do you recommend anybody starting a new business right now, the way the economy is?
Well, yes, there's always an opportunity to start a new business. The key process is to make sure that you've thought through the opportunity that you're working on. We work with resource partners here in Tulsa. The community college, RSU, or the college RSU, and also the Chamber of Commerce offer us demographics programs that help this small business owner analyze where they're placing the business and what those demographics are for that area, for how people might be coming to it, the competition that they're going to be facing, and many of those type issues to make sure that even though they realize they're going into a difficult economy, if their business has the positive attributes to be a success, even in this economy, then we can put a plan to make it work for them.
Well, like I mentioned, I was a small business owner,
Yes.
but people don't realize when you want to start a new business what's all involved. I mean, you've got
Yes.
taxes, you've got employees, you've got all of these permits you got to apply for. And one thing for us was advertising. So do you think that if a small business right now were to invest more in advertising, that it would, I mean, how is that going to help increase their business today in this economy?
Certainly, that's one of the aspects that we go through. And we're fortunate in our chapter, all of our counselors are skilled at working with the general business planning process. But we then segment our counselors down to their particular history and areas of expertise. We have several of the working counselors. One is an expert in web marketing and developing their websites. We have another counselor that's an expert in franchises and how to go forward with those. We even have a certified CPA on board counseling to help through the finance issues and some specific problems that they might have. So we bring in these counselors that have manufacturing experience, have sales and marketing experience, legal experience, whatever it might call for on their particular problem, we co-counsel with these people.
That is awesome. That would be, I mean, that's great information to know. Now, if somebody's going to start a business, an entrepreneur, I consider myself an entrepreneur because I'm always got these ideas, but you know, there's more to it than you gotta take that idea and then you have to shape it and all. Now, what about a working budget? I mean, will that help a small business succeed or even an entrepreneur? How does that work?
As you mentioned, in this difficult economy, small businesses, this has been one of the lowest number of years for the starts in small businesses that we've had since they've been recording the count of small businesses. So budgeting is very important. When they go to start the business, the finance process that we go through is really worked out in templates on the business planning process that we go through. And they put together a one-year forecast for their estimated sales. We determine the cost of the product or service, whatever they're offering. We go through the balance sheet with formulas already in there that take them to a bottom line that really tell them whether this will be a profitable business or whether they need to go back and consider other options.
Okay, now I know that you said you're a volunteer, so if somebody else wanted to be a volunteer, could somebody sign up under SCORE to be a volunteer?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we're expanding our seminar program. We have had for years 2 basic business planning seminars, and that's a good place for the startup businesses to begin. The seminars are held twice a month, or 2 per month, one at the Rudisill Library and one at the Hardesty Library. And then we're expanding that to finance seminars, QuickBooks seminars, internet seminars. There, we need 10 new volunteers to help us with that. And basically, our counselors are willing to give back to the community, but offer skills that may be unique to some of these areas we're expanding into, and really just want to solve, are skilled at, and want to solve business problems. If they have a passion for that, then they would work well within our organization.
So do they put in an application, give a phone call, sign up on the website? Do you have a website?
Simple as any of those. The website, a phone call to our office. We have a national website which is score.org, and that gives them, it's very detailed, shows them just what we do nationally with the SCORE program, and then our local website, Tulsa SCORE.org, also will give them specifics in the business planning process and information about our local chapter.
Okay, so about how many new businesses did you say? You said it was on the decline.
Yes.
So what about failing businesses? Are you seeing a problem with that because of the economy?
Yeah, the
right
national
now?
statistics have shown that it's been just a very difficult year for the economy, and getting financing is more difficult. We give our startup business owners some of the basic facts so they know what to expect. But there are ways to work through the system and succeed at getting that financing and going through. And we have a lot of skilled guys that know how to do that.
Okay, now again, tell me, an entrepreneur wanting to start a new business or someone who has an existing business, if they're wanting counseling, how do you help solve problems? How do you help solve the problems and grow the contact, the SCORE, through the SCORE chapter? I mean, how are you seeing success with your program?
Yes, we are. We have a new program that we've launched over a year now, but it's called Quick Response. If we have an existing business that is in difficult times, has an emergency type situation, we'll be back to them within 24 hours and can have a counselor come out and visit with them on their site, business site, or meet with them in the office. Mm-hmm. And we've been very successful getting to the bottom of the issues and coming up with a number of solutions to their problems.
Now, is there some things on the website, like pamphlets they can come in and get? Is there information that you send out, or if someone were to give you a phone call? We
have a wealth of resource materials. Just what you mentioned earlier on for getting licensing and all of the basic permits and tax information, those type of things we have in brochures. We have excellent business planning booklets that help them through that process, and numerous contacts to partner organizations that we work with, the Chamber of Commerce locations. We have a satellite location in Broken Arrow that we also counsel in that's growing. So we're continuing to grow and have plenty of resources available for small business.
Well, thank you, Cal, for this wonderful information. I wish I would have known about it, so I'm sure today that our viewers are very thankful for what you have shared with us. So thank you for being here today, and I hope that this continues to be a great success, and we hope the economy turns around pretty quickly.
Yes, I think we're at the bottom, and we're looking for the move upward. I appreciate the time to be with you.